All right, let's work through an example of cumulative voting. We don't do majority voting because it's too easy. If you've got half the shares plus one, you get all the power. But cumulative voting is a little bit more interesting. So we've got this problem that says the Black Spirit Bear Society is an environmental group that would like to use its resources to elect directors to the board of directors of Spillcore Pipeline. Spillcore has 11 directors and 1 million shares outstanding. The Black Spirit Bear Society has acquired 95,000 shares. If Spillcore has cumulative voting, how many total votes can be cast? And this doesn't really depend on whether it's cumulative voting, it's just how many votes can be cast. So the way we look at it is each share entitles you to vote for one director's position. So since there's 11 director's positions and there's 1 million shares outstanding, okay, no, yeah. There's 11 million votes possible. How many votes does the Black Spirit Bear Society control? Well, they've got 11 directors' positions that they can apply their 95,000 votes to. So that would mean that they control 1,045,000 votes. So if you look at it, less than 10% of the shares. How many directors could they elect? And you can go and refer to the slide that's in the notes. And remember, you're going to be able to print off the formula sheet from the textbook, so you can certainly use that. But let's go have a look at it. So what we're looking at is the second formula there, the number of directors that they can elect, and that's going to be shares owned minus 1 times the total number of directors to be elected plus 1. Okay, and that's all I can remember at one time, so let's do that. So shares owned, which I could have written down, but I didn't. 95,000 minus 1 times the total number of directors to be elected plus 1. So there's 11 directors to be elected plus 1. And I know we're going to divide, but I can't remember what we're going to divide by. So let's go back. And we divide the whole mess by the total number of shares outstanding. So the total number of shares outstanding, there's 1 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And when we do that, we see that they can elect 1.39 directors, or 1.139, yeah. So that basically, when you're doing this, you just truncate it. They can elect one director, even if it came out to 1.9999999999999 directors. They could still only direct or elect one director. And remember that these elections of directors, they're really for control of the company. So the other side's not going to say, oh, you're so close to 2, we'll give you 2 directors. No, they want as much control as they can possibly have. And that brings us to the last part, which says they're considering a campaign to acquire proxies. And proxies are where you go to other shareholders and say, sign this piece of paper, and that authorizes me to vote your shares how I want to for this director's election. To elect 3 directors, how many votes would they need to control? Okay, so let's go back, and we'll have a look at this. So we're looking at the first formula now, number of directors desired times total number of shares outstanding divided by the total number of directors to be elected plus 1. Maybe I can remember that, we'll see. So they want 3 directors, and we're going to multiply that by the total number of shares outstanding, I believe. And we're going to divide that by, I can't remember, total number of directors to be elected plus 1. Total number of directors to be elected plus 1. Let's go 11 plus 1. And then to all of this, we add 1 at the very end to get us 1 share above it. So when we do that, we have 250,001 shares. So that's how many shares they would need to control in order to be able to elect 3 directors.